Number 5, you need a strong support system. People will be in your face like, Buddha, what are you doing? You need people in your life who will hold you accountable. What's up everybody? Odhiambo is my name. Shifting mindsets and raising potential is my game to help the youth and the millennials get unstuck, get clarity in their life so that they can bridge the gap between where they are and where they want to be, whether it's in their studies, whether it's in their performance in sports, whether it's in their relationships or life in general. Now, if this is your first time watching any of my videos, you are highly welcomed. The other thing is, please, if you get value out of this video, please remember to subscribe. Okay, like my page on Facebook, Collins Elevates You, where I share content each and every day, content that inspires you, content that challenge you mentally, content that help you become a better person. You understand? So make sure you check that page out. Also follow me on Instagram at Collins_EU. If you want to develop a high level of confidence in who you are or how you show up in your studies, in your sports, in your team, in your career, then the first step is to step out and be loud. And if you've not watched that video, please go check it out. The second step after stepping out and be loud is you have to stick around. What do I mean? I mean you have to be consistent. Peggy Noonan said that part of courage is simple consistency. I joined campus very many years ago. I think it was in 2010, Kampala International University. I had one thing in mind. I knew, there was an opportunity for me to get a scholarship, a basketball scholarship, but I also understood for me to get to that place, I had to be consistent in working out, showing up for practice, showing up for games, I had to be consistent and I had to continuously improve my performance. Now, here's the thing. I showed up for practice each and every day. And even when we were not training, when it was the ladies training on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I still showed up and practiced on the sidelines. You understand? I did my defensive drills and ball handling drills for like 2 to 3 hours, and after they finished, now I would use the court at night, just to shoot around, just to do some layups, like 100 layups, and then go home. I was so consistent that by the end of 30 days, I was signed into the team. The 29th day, actually. That is an interesting story, by the way, which I think I'll share another day. But on the 29th day, I was signed into the team. Keep in mind that there are some guys who had been in this team for 2 years and they had not been signed into the team. It was because I was consistent and I knew, based on my experience from high school, I knew, when you join high school, for example, and you're good in basketball or you're interested in basketball or in a sport or, in drama or in anything, you're not going to get an opportunity, most likely, because it's your first time, you are a freshman. But what I understood is, my time will come. So I knew, even if I don't get to play, I want to be part of the team, to be part of the experience, to be part of the workout session, so that when my opportunity came, I will be ready. When it comes to confidence, it's a game. In sports, you have to be consistent enough for the coach to have confidence in you, because he's watching you, he's watching you improve, he's watching you put in the effort, and then he'll have the confidence to put you in the game. When it comes to your boss, for you to get a promotion, which basically means getting more responsibilities, they have to be confident in you, and they can't be confident in you if you're not showing up, if you're not always consistent. So please understand, consistency is key to developing your self-confidence. Worry not, because I'm going to share with you 6 steps or 6 ideas that you can use to be more consistent. Number 1, have a clear reason for your vision. Why is it important for you to stay consistent? Why? Why is it important? What are you going after? You understand? Because it has been said a number of times that if you stick around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. Why is it important for you to stay consistent? You have to have that clear vision, clear goal, clear result. For me, I understood it's going to take like a year before I get a scholarship when I was in campus. So I knew I had to be consistent for a whole year. And by the way, it paid off. You understand? That is a story that I'll share maybe some other day. But it paid off. So you must have a clear reason why it is important for you to stay consistent. Number 2 is have a plan that is unique to you. Unique to you. You know yourself better. For example, I'm the kind of person who will work up to midnight and wake up at 6. There's some people who prefer, sleeping early and waking up at 3. Don't try to be like somebody else. You know yourself better. You know what works for you. So create a plan on your consistency that works for you. How are you going to be consistent? Have a plan that is unique to you. You understand? So I will not, wake up at 3 a.m. That is not me. You understand? I'll wake up at 6, and there's some things that I'll do to make sure that I start up the day, powerfully and energetically, but it's unique to me. So even in your studies, have a plan. You understand? If you feel like you study best between 3 and 6 in the morning, make it a plan, to make sure that you wake up at 3 and you study up to 7 p.m. because maybe it's quiet. If you're the kind of person who enjoys studying late into the night, make sure you use that plan. Don't try to be like somebody else. Use a plan that is unique to you. Number 3 is track your commitment actions. Now, there's so much joy I get when I tick off something that I know I was supposed to do, something that I'd committed myself to do. For example, on this day, like for example, today I'd made a goal to make this video. Now, when I go and mark it off my list, I feel really good, and this keeps me on track. Now, when it comes to your consistency, what you're trying to develop, you understand? You have a plan, but you must track what you are doing. You understand? Simple example. Each and every morning, I have a unique morning routine. There are some things that I must do each and every morning. Basically, I must pray, then I must meditate, then I must read, and then I exercise. Very simple. Now, I made a chart. Here's a chart. I made a chart, very simple. I just wrote, P for prayer, M for meditation, and then I said read and exercise. Very simple. I just drew it on a piece of paper and I put it on my vision board. Now, every day, after I've done everything on that list, I go and put an X. You understand? It feels so good, by the way. I don't know why, but it feels so good. And it also shows you, are you consistent? Because if, for example, there's a day that maybe I had so much to do and I didn't get time to exercise, or I created that excuse, I feel so bad when I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, tomorrow I must make that cross. I must make that X on that chart. Have a system on how you're going to track your consistency, and you can see if is my plan working. You understand? Because the goal remains, but the plan might change. So you also have to be flexible. But what is important is have a way to track your growth. Have a way to track your consistency. You understand? And that will keep you going, and it will get you closer to your end result. Number 4 is stay motivated, and remember, motivation is a choice. Now, there are so many of us, me included. You listen to motivational tapes, everything, you're listening to this stuff, but you're doing nothing. I was once there, and my life started changing when I decided to take action on what I was hearing. Here's the thing. Nowadays, I don't listen to motivation for me to do something. I listen to motivational tapes to remind me why I am doing what I'm doing, to remind me why I have to keep on going. You understand? You have to stay motivated, but you have to remember motivation is a choice. You have 2 choices. You can say that if I do run, I'll be fit by the time these things are over. COVID-19 and all this stuff. If you're a student, you can tell yourself, if I study, by the time this thing is over, I'll be sharper, I'll be way ahead, and I will not be behind. On the flip side, you can tell yourself, if I don't study, if I don't work out, what result will I get? Now, if you are okay with that result, which I don't think is something that is good, then so be it. Don't complain or don't whine or don't cry talking about, oh, I'm not motivated, I was not motivated. There's nothing like that. Let me tell you, my friends, there's nothing like that. Motivation is a choice. You choose. Nobody comes and motivates you to go and eat when you're hungry. You just go and do it because you know why it is important to do it. Remember, only you have the power to motivate yourself, to go towards that goal that you want, to stay consistent. It's only you who can motivate yourself because you know why you are doing it. Okay, so put your feet down and say, you know what, I'm going to stay motivated. I'm going to push myself. I'm going to remind myself each and every day, why am I doing this? And let me tell you, if it's very clear, you don't need motivation. You can listen to motivation as you work out, just to keep you going. But when that is so clear, you will stay motivated. And it's really important when it comes to staying consistent. So remember, you have to stay motivated, but motivation is a choice. Number 5, you need a strong support system. People will be in your face like, Buddha, what are you doing? People in your life who will hold you accountable. People who will be real with you 100% of the time. And if you're messing up, if you're not consistent, they'll let you know. You understand? And you'll do the same thing for them if they ask you to do it. It's important to have a strong support system. Somebody that keeps you accountable, somebody that keeps you on your toes. I also talked about this in the first video. It's really important, whether it's your parents, whether it's your family members, whether it's your friends, whether it's your teammates, whether it's your workmates. Have people you can be accountable to, people that you support each other towards your different goals, people who can keep you on track, keep you on toes, just to make sure that you don't stop staying consistent. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, is you are going to fail. You understand? That is part of the process. You're going to give up at times. You are going to get tired. You're going to feel like, it is not worth it. It's like, today I don't feel like doing it. We are human. These are things that happen. But the most important thing is what you do after that. If you bounce back, you're still on track, because that is part of our human nature. Now, I got this idea or this acronym for the word fail, which I was really impressed by, and I was like, I have to use this on this video. Now, the word fail, you can change it to mean F for fail, A for assess, I for internalize, and L for learn. So anytime you fail, assess the situation, internalize the situation and what the results that you get, and then learn from that, so that by the time you face that challenge again that led to your failure or that led to you giving up, you'll be able to move past it. You won't be stuck at that point again. So failure is part of the process. Don't be so hard on yourself. We give up at times. At times you feel tired. I remember even there was a time I wanted to stop making these videos, and I threw in the towel, but God threw it back to me and I was like, wipe off your sweat, wipe off your tears, and keep going. So, my friends, if you're going to stay consistent, use these 6 points. Or if you have any other, please leave them in the comment section below. But use these 6 points to help you stay consistent towards developing your self-confidence. And by the way, you can just use these points to stay consistent in any other area of your life that you're struggling with. Okay? So I hope you got value out of this video, man. Please subscribe. I'm targeting 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So please subscribe to this channel. If you've gotten value, please share it with your friends and your family, so that you can continue building this community, building this group, so that we continue elevating each other each and every Thursday. Remember, you can like my page on Facebook, Collins Elevates You, where I share content each and every day. And yeah, if you have any questions, send it to my DM, email me. I'm also working on my new website, which will be out soon, collinselevates.com, and I'm going to share more about that. And some products, free stuff that you're going to be getting when it is live and running. Other than that, people, remember, it's up to you. If it's going to happen, it's up to you. If you're going to develop a high level of confidence, it's up to you. Okay? Other than that, people, love your life. It's the only life you have. Live fully so that you can rest in peace and create a legacy, because how you live your life is what you're going to leave behind. It's your boy Collins Odhiambo, and I'm out. Peace.